Y'all live.
Hey, thank y'all for coming out. We're here at Culture and Art Talks Live, and we have with us my co-host, the MF Son. Don't ask me what the MF stands for because I'm still not sure. I think it's a curse word.
And we here, fantastic.
and we here with CHIRAQ Picasso. You know what I'm saying? We got CHIRAQ in the building. I'm gonna hand it over to MF Son and let him ask CHIRAQ a couple of questions. I appreciate y'all for joining us at Culture and Art Talks Live.
The original R plug over there, and CHIRAQ Picasso, one of our greatest creators, young, talented, smart, just innovative, and we're just so excited to have you as our first guest. Please, we definitely want to find out, like, what is your inspiration? What's your process? Like, talk to us. What's going on?
Man, okay, so once again, I appreciate y'all from letting me in, man, for the fact that I'm, you know what I'm saying, just jumping to the world and already getting this recognition is, man, it felt like it's been years, but I know for a fact it's been shorter than that. But the process of all this is because everybody in the metal world is, you know, thinking of high class, thinking of something that we all want to have, like getting out of poverty and want to make it feel like, you know, I'm $1 million in a whole nother world. But I want to stay true to my roots. That's why me, you know, my wife Maya, we got a medicine Splash, and the rest of my brothers, my TT, all of them. We want to become something where we're outside the box. It really mainly is me and Maya and Splash. But
Maya, you want to come in?
Builders.
No? Maya, where you at? Maya, come on in.
Maya's in the building, by the way. She's shy right now. Maybe she'll come in later.
All right.
You don't gotta talk, Maya. Just come sit next to your man.
That's right. Be that support.
I couldn't do this without it, man. To be honest, she was my first customer before we even started talking. She was my very first customer. But we want to set something coming from the, you know, from the slums, from poverty, something that get people to thinking like, man, if it wouldn't been for this, I would never make this today. So we want people to appreciate the things they went through. And knowing me, I'm still from the gutter, I'm still from the slums. You feel what I'm saying? It may seem like it's not all bad, but you don't know what's going on behind the curtains. Every movie has a background, always have a crew. There's hustles and the struggles to make everything look perfect, so no one knows what's going on. So that's why when it comes to when we make our builds, which we got a lot going on, and shout out to Horizon World themselves, the company already know what's going on with the ghetto builders.
I seen y'all got the shout outs the other day. I seen that on Instagram going crazy.
We was
shout out to Horizon World
twice
back to back. Bro. Yeah, I seen that
back to back. You know what I'm saying? It blew our minds because there's so many beautiful builders with the most beautiful talent. They looked at us and we just started like.
Yeah, but you've been doing some beautiful work, man. I went and tell them about the Galleria because that's how I was introduced to your work. I went to the Galleria. I seen it. It was recommended to me by, I believe, Shay Arts. I had already seen it. I had seen something about you on like a music a rap on Mic Drop. Actually, I seen you on Mic Drop doing your thing. And I was like, yo, I like the rap and everything. And then I heard about the Galleria, so I went over to check it out, and it was beautiful, man. So tell us something about that.
The Galleria, the Galleries was a stepping stone to say, hey, it's no more making things that's common. You know what I'm saying? I already thought about it, but I looked at it like, hold on, I'm an artist. Like I'm not talking about rap wise. I'm talking about my first love of making art. I liked the drawing before I liked the music. You know what I'm saying? I like to drawing before I even think about girls. Hey, that was my talent. You know what I'm saying?
Your first love, huh?
Right. My very first love. You know what I'm saying? Without that, you know what I'm saying? I'm be clueless. You know what I'm saying? So
now your name is CHIRAQ Picasso, right? For the people that don't know, let them know what CHIRAQ stands for and where you're from, because I don't think you touched on where you're from.
You're the very first person to ever ask that, to be honest. So the CHIRAQ part comes from the nickname of my city, Chicago, because I'm born and raised on the south side of Chicago, specifically in the low end, you know what I'm saying, which really is the South Loop, but still the south side. The nickname came from Chicago because we had a big ass murder rate. You You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, French for if you can't hear. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, we know what's going on in Chicago.
It came from the murder rate of Chicago, and on top of that, we in a generation where they want to hear ignorance in the name before they hear something about anything that had to do with intellect, like intelligence. They want to hear the ignorance of a name that makes it seem like, who's this? It sounds dangerous. Like, let me see what that's supposed to be. You know, where's that coming from type thing? Because if I call myself Chicago Picasso, it'll look like, you know, like a peon. So you have to go ahead and catch the eyes, knowing that danger brings the attention than safety.
Definitely a very catchy name. I feel like it's very well, easily brandable. I love the name. Mm-hmm. I love the name, man.
Yeah. But the Picasso part was the fact that not only my grandmother called me that, she said, man, you finna be the next Picasso. You a black Picasso. But my neighborhood called me that ever since I started making shoes. So, boom.
Are you familiar with, okay, so Picasso, with Picasso, you know, Picasso, studied a lot of African art. The artist Picasso, he studied a lot of African art and created like the cubism, a lot of the cubism and stuff. And that's actually one of the next, for the next First Friday, we're going to have a cubism and a graffiti exhibit for the next First Friday.
Cool.
So I love the, you know what I'm saying, the art references in people's names here. And, you know, I see a lot of Basquiat references, Picasso and different stuff. And it's just cool. It sounds like you was born to be an artist, though. Your grandmama been calling you Picasso since a youngin'. So it's been up.
Yeah. At first, I didn't know what it was until I got my history. So I'm like, yeah, let's deal with that.
So, all right. I'd love to know about your process, right? So, like, where do you gain your inspirations when you're making your art? You know, any pieces that you're making, like, what's your inspiration? Is it music? Is it, you know, just what's in your environment? Like, what's popping? What goes through your head when you're making your new builds and your new art?
What goes in my head is, how can I turn this ghetto? Like, that's all it is to it. Because, you know what I'm saying, I like the pretty,
put the hood in it real quick, huh?
Yeah, I gotta make the hood. Like, I gotta show what it is. Like, that's my turn. That's my switch. Because I make something like, it's called the art challenge. You know what I'm saying? I be putting people in their own favorite shows and know where I'm from the hood, and I know what they doing is ghetto. So I'm like, you might as well put it like that. So that's on the cartoon part, but on making worlds, it's based off of what I know. Like, I play not just Rec Room, but Minecraft, Sims, all that involves construction. And my uncle is an architect. So I'm like, man, I'm already knowing what the word is for when it comes to making these buildings. But if I make something, it has to come off somewhere no one thinking of, because everybody making things beautiful, but no one's making things slums. You know what I'm saying? Right. And we already got a lot of E-thugs, so why not put them in a little habitat? Be an E-thug right here then, man. Post on the corner.
Man, I got a feeling that you're going to inspire a whole culture of ghetto builders. What you call it, ghetto builders? Is that what you call it? Ghetto creators, bro, because the work that you're doing is exceptional, and I think other people will definitely be inspired and see the same vision that you seeing right now, man. You just ahead of the curve right now, man. So keep building, man, and doing your thing, man. Does Maya want to come off mute over there and say anything, or are you still being shy over there? Did you work your nerves out yet?
I got a question because this is big. I know that you just had a press conference today talking about Art Wars. I heard that
Talk about it.
SmackDown went down. We are ready. We're excited about it. Like, please tell us how you feel about it. Tell us, you know, what's going on in your head right now.
First thing on my mind is, man, I'm all for everything. I'm trying to dominate the shorty so she know who's an artist for real. That's just how I get down. Like, we can make things original, because 9 times out of 10 in my mind,
he ain't holding no punches.
You know what I'm saying? I know she's gonna stick by the books and going by the characters off the thing. I already know who the characters are, but I'm trying to figure out how can I artane it and turn it to what we call it trail art, where is he wearing Jordans, chains, a grill, a hat? How can I make this make sense? Like, if this is if this was an urban type of cartoon, I ain't gonna call it ghetto, but I'm gonna say urban because it sounds more, you know what I'm saying? More.
Man, say ghetto, man. Shit, we could be ghetto. It's all good.
Hey,
shit.
Well,
I was raised in the projects, bro. I had to learn how to, you know what I'm saying? I was raised in the projects in Pittsburgh, PA, so I understand, bro. I'm from the ghetto. We can embrace it. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro.
I'm trying my best to make all these cartoons informal as possible, ghetto as possible, but also got to make sure it makes sense. Because if you put
absolutely,
too much, like face tats, rings, watches, and all that, trying to look like one of your worst but favorite.
Don't give up too much of the game. Don't give up too much of the game. You know, the competition is still coming up now.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah, man. Okay, well, I think, man, that we've spent enough of your time today. We're glad you guys had a chance to come over and give us some conversation. Again, everybody that's tuned in, thank you for tuning in to Culture and Art Talks Live. MF Son, you got anything you want to say in closing? Big shout out to CJ Shotlow.
July 26th, right? July 26th?
July 22nd. July 22nd. Next Friday. 22nd. Next Friday.
Next Friday.
This coming up Friday.
22nd. Right? July 22nd. Can't miss it. It's going to be a smackdown. I can't wait.
Make sure y'all like and save the Munchies World Famous page to see the live footage and everything that's going on. I'll also try to make sure I get the footage to some of the other creators on the platform who have platforms and want to put the footage on their platforms. So just stay tuned. We'll have it available everywhere. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.